Okay, so we have to go for the panel discussion. So let me invite the panelists to the dais. Can I invite Mr. Alok Garodia? Please come. So this panel discussion is a mix of versatile industrialists, entrepreneurs, system integrator, resellers, and the industry people. I am from the bureaucrat side. Can I invite Nirupam Chaudhary from NASCOM? I request Mr. Manoj Jain. Sanjay, can you help with the mic, please? Can I invite Colonel Bawa? Mr. Manjit Naik. So let me brief about the panel discussion, what we are going to have, the theme behind it. So I would say with the rupee sliding below 64 mark against US dollar, it is a matter of deepest concern about difficulties faced by the industry, as well as the consumers, and appeals to the government to include exchange rate variation (ERV) clauses for the purpose of goods. Consumers are being affected as prices of import of IT and electronics products set to increase by approximately 10%. ERV should be incorporated for all government contracts on urgent basis, including DGS&T, NIC contracts, as it provides a win-win solution for both the parties in these circumstances. So this has led to an unexpected rise in the import costs of these products, which results in financial instability of companies. And it would be now difficult to adapt the price of already committed contracts, which include government deals as well. With new technologies emerging almost every day, business is becoming complex. In such an unexpected business environment, even before has the role of IT leader has been so transformative in shaping the business strategy. With the convergence of social, mobile, cloud, and shift to the other industries, the session will examine the challenges, solutions, and tools that can help IT leaders drive innovation within the organization and maintain the competitive edge in today's rapidly evolving market. So I would request everyone to introduce themselves to the audience. Before we proceed, can you start with Manjit?
Hello. Yeah, I'm Manjit Naik. I'm Joint Director of SCPI and Head of SCPI Kolkata. SCPI is basically Software Technology Parts of India. It's under Ministry of IT and Communication, Government of India. We are basically a regulatory body and looking after also promotional activities of the IT industries throughout India. We have all over India more than 55 presence. In West Bengal particularly, we have 5 offices, including Calcutta, Durgapur, Siliguri, Haldia, and Kharagpur. So our basic role to promote the IT industries and to regulate the IT industries. So throughout India, we maintain the export activities. So this is our prime role. So we will also jointly do the work with the state government to facilitate the IT industries throughout our regions. Thank you.
Request from you, Bawa, to introduce. Everybody knows that you are a popular person in West Bengal, if I am not wrong.
No, I am not very popular.
Okay. Webel is popular.
Yeah, Webel is popular. I am Colonel HPS Bawa. I am the CEO of Webel Technology Limited, which is a fully owned subsidiary of WBE IDC, that is West Bengal Electronics Industry Development Corporation. We work for the government of West Bengal, and so do we do projects for the other governments also, including the central government. And along with WBIDC, we are the nodal agency. We work to implement most of the e-governance initiatives of the government of West Bengal. Thank you.
Manoj, can you brief about yourself?
Yeah, good evening. Thank you. This is Manoj Jain. I am founder and CEO of Isika Technology.
Channel works as a very important member to reach out to the end users. So look forward to some interactions with your side, and also to understand how we can reach more to the end users. So I can share some views on that maybe later.
Thank you, Nirupam. Mr. Alok.
I'm Alok Garodia from Jupiter Group. We are manufacturer for the optical media, especially for the CD contents and CDRs and DVDs, as well as we manufacture solar cells. We are few of the pioneer company who are at the moment competing with Taiwanese cell manufacturers. Our quality is as good as any Taiwan manufacturers. So basically, I'm an industrialist as well as representing my IT sector, where we have our own front end, which is quite popular all across India and having the branches all across India.
Yeah, this is a good thing that when we promote the Indian brand, so Jupiter is always there. It's a best Indian brand also. Okay. To starting with Nirupam, you have told a very good point that how to reach to the end customer or end user. So do you think that WARS plays a very significant role in the business execution? What do you think about it? What is your opinion about it?
Yes, extremely right. I mean, in terms of, nowadays the customers understand the language of business. Over the kind of service that we have seen in the last 4 to 5 years, and we see the trends gradually changing, we see that finally channels or the actual touch points who are actually working with the customers, they are only becoming successful who are able to understand and talk the language of customers and understand the business well. So even if it's a OEM or the principal vendor who is trying to reach out, be it through direct route or through some other channels, VAS definitely play a very, very important role, because they are actually relating very well to the business of the customer and proposing to them and working directly with them day in and day out, which is extremely important. So relationship plays a very critical role. Most important, one more thing which I want to touch is in terms of support. The kind of day-to-day, in terms of be it software or hardware, the channels will only be successful who are providing a long-range support, be it on a short-term basis or a long-term basis. And that will create the value for the end customers. So one thing is very important is to create value and also relate more to the business of customers than rather talking just about IT or electronics. So business generation of customers will be a very important parameter.
Okay, thank you, Nirupam. Manoj Jain is also a valued researcher. Before I go to Manoj, I will have one quick wrap from the Alok. Like when you appoint a VAR, do you see all these things? You must have so many VARs.
Definitely, the resellers adds value to the business, no doubt about it. In the Indian perspective, if you look upon, we believe on the value relations. We are not like a Western world. One to the other, we move on. We look on to only the commercial terms. Even in our small offices, we see that how the value been added by the resellers. Without the resellers in India, the business cannot exist. Some of the times we see that the resellers becomes a box mover, and they have seen it in their life that how the profits has been eroded. It is more important how the resellers adds value to their business by giving more services, by more added values to their sales which they do to their end customers. They definitely add values to all kind of a business, not to the IT. I feel that resellers are very important and a backbone to any business.
Thank you. So Manoj, so you must have experience by dealing with many vendors, right? So can you give a live example that how you have evaluated organizations by pushing a bundle of product? Essentially, what means you have to bundle a product and customize it and give it, right? How you have done some kind of that product as a evaluated actual war business you have done, not as a reselling or box moving.
Value added
Reseller.
As a reseller or as a service provider. So all depend on the, at the end of the day, depend on the service. But everything is service oriented and the quality of service we give. Even a software is now, software has a service, not as a product. So once you add service to your product or anything, if you bundle the service, the solution, the permanent continuity of the service, and the service has to be very constant because the mobiles are in hand nowadays. The computer is almost in the hand. If you have a smartphone, it's almost equal to your computer. So you cannot ignore your any call or service call or support call. You have to give service. And once you bundle the service with your product, the solutions, the support. I think that's add value to, according to me, that adds value to the bundle of services what we do.
So you must be dealing with government, PSUs, state governments, different PSUs, you must be working with them.
Yeah.
Okay, before I come to you, I have a small with the experience with Colonel Bawa. Like whenever a valued reseller, and you must be dealing with a valued reseller. Sometimes you feel that direct vendor cannot come to you. Okay, the localized to make the localized manufacturing, localized partner, localized SME. Local partners must be approaching you for the integration or local supporting time. So what can you get the right support from the valued resellers? Or sometimes you have to case to the vendor directly.
No, at times you have to go to the vendor also, but I think the resellers are adding value. And as a government, what we look for, or what we are looking for is service. See, if you see the IT awareness of, firstly, the spread of the government is very wide. And then the IT awareness may not be to the fullest extent, which is desirable. So a certain amount of handholding will always be required by the people who provide the products or provide the services to the government. So when we are looking for partners or we are looking for people, we would prefer people who can do the handholding and provide the wide spread of services throughout the state.
So this is also a fact that there are in one product there are multiple. Can I request someone to silence their mobile phone, please? It is ringing, ringing, ringing. So you must have felt that sometimes in one product the multiple vendors are there. Multiple vendors are there. When you need to cross check out the vendor, so you must have a challenge of which vendor you want to go for. You might be looking that who can give a complete solution. And you must be having with the consultants, technology consultant or valued distributors, kind of thing. How was your experience with the wards and wards, valued resellers and valued distributors?
I have seen that whoever has, whatever it is, I cannot actually give.
Okay, they have to match the specs like as per the need of the specifications.
Yeah. So basically, you have to go, see, in the government you have to follow.
You have to follow the procedure.
Certain process and certain listening to select somebody. But as I'm looking from the other side. I would prefer a vendor, or I would prefer a partner who would give the hand holding and to
Solution.
and the service throughout the state.
Okay, thank you, sir. So before Manjit, I just want to check with you. So you are running the organization and you must have interact with the various vendors at a different level. So when you want to manage the knob, you prefer to work with the vendors or the valued resellers who can give the service on call.
Yeah, that is the main thing actually. Regarding being a government or being an important nodes, definitely we are always thinking for the service. Quality of service is important for us. So definitely as a government actually we will go by certain rules for selection of the vendors or the resellers, whoever may be, during our selection of the any sort of you can say services or the products. But the point is, always it will be inside our mind that the service is our main criteria, the service. So definitely we must try to check their track record of their capabilities, their capabilities, and how they will be able to service us in time on time. Whenever we require at immediate, maybe the midnight or daytime, 24-hour service basis, we want the service. So we never mind about to go to the valued services. Rather than the vendors, we prefer the valued. But the point is only we are always focused on the service and quality of service.
So Alok, like when you have the wars are placed, then you must see where the market is growing, where the growth is there. What do you think about the SME segment in the state, or definitely your product is available across the country? So how do you think that growth of SME is there in the country? Do you think the wars can reach out to the right SMEs spread across the country, or vendors, as a vendor you can reach to that? Because you are a vendor, you are a distributor also, you understand the business fairly well in the country.
For the VARs can reach to the SMEs to the maximum extent, but sometimes this value-added resellers needs a hand-holding also. Because the way the technologies are moving forward, the way the principals vendors are changing the technologies, if it doesn't handhold with the vast. They will not able to deliver to the right product to the right customer. But as I told you again and again, the VAR is an important element in this industry. Because until and unless they go and approach each and, because India is so big that, and so much of the companies are there that they have to go and approach each and every company, and any of the product which comes in, they have to make them understand, they have to make the technology feel that what it goes to adds value to their business. So always the value added resellers needs a handholding from the principals, whether whoever the manufacturer, whoever the technology provider, whether it's a hardware or software. Then they can add values, and it's very important part that both are hand-holding at the moment, and I'm not seeing any threat to the VARs.
Okay. So Nirupam, you must have in NESCOM, when a person gets registered, you must have figured out who are the good SMEs and how you segmentize the SME segment, or IT companies that get into the SME segments. Any idea like?
Yeah, see, we deal mainly with members who are actually vendors. But let me touch upon this SME thing which you mentioned. Everybody is talking about, and this is actually the topic which we are going to address. If you look at overall the pyramid, so it's a very small segment of enterprise customers in the top. A huge segment in India, about 3.9 billion businesses who are actually in the SME sector. And if you talk about volume, it is very important to reach out nooks and corners of India where even smaller manufacturers, smaller retailers, and many of them don't understand IT. They understand they need to run their business properly. So it is very important to get that solution across to those nooks and corners of India, and that where vendors are actually making good progress, where they're working hand in hand with the VAS. And sir, as you rightly pointed out, definitely some level of handholding is required. Like as we saw the presentation from Checkpoint today, or other software vendors, things are changing rapidly. So it's an ecosystem where the vendor needs to work very closely with the channel, and VAS play a very, very important role because in terms of reaching out or in terms of relationship management with smaller towns like Coimbatore or Vizag, or these places are coming up, Bhubaneswar. So there are so many customers who are existing there, and they require support, they require awareness generation. So VAS play a very, very critical role in terms of going across to them. So I think that it's a very, very important part of the ecosystem. And there, the adoption is really rising. If you look at the enterprise spend vis-a-vis channel spend, and we do run certain surveys, and if you look at our figures, it's significantly increasing. And another very important parameter is if you look at the exports vis-a-vis domestic market. Domestic market, the services market is going over 21% CAGR in the next 5 years. Humongous. In terms of managed services, or even hardware maintenance, or application management, network management, significant growth is happening. Although the market is a bit slow right now, still in terms of services, which everybody picked out. So in terms of services provisioning, I think it's very critical to have the channels go across rightly and take the right value proposition and provide support along that.
So Manoj, you have the variety of customers you must be catering to. What is your experience about the SME segment in the country when you are going to reach out the customers like government, PSU, channel? So how you think that SME segment's potential with your business is concerned?
See, as I said before, the reply will be same. So all depend on the service, whether SME or the large enterprise. If you give service, even a small company can reach to them, can make a business with them. I share one experience, recent experience, where they asked me to give a presentation, and in presentation I failed. I failed because the criteria they had, which I was not able to make. But after giving the presentation and giving the commitments, I think I got that order from the large enterprise, where the criteria was not met, but still after giving the presentation and sharing the services which we had and what we can do. So it's at the end of the day, it's all depend on the service and the commitment you give. So we, whether it's a small PSU or government or whatever, we try to limit the, it should be quality, not the quantity. That's all.
Okay, so now we'll have a more input from Colonel Baba. Hey, do you promote or help SMEs for growing the business or the growing demand from the level? Do you promote SMEs? How do you promote? You have any scheme for the SMEs?
I don't think we have any scheme per se which promotes SMEs this thing. Because basically what we do is we are providing what the we are providing about the helping the government with its key governance initiatives. So basically, what promotion of the electronic industry in the SME sector would be done not by my company but by my parent company, that is WBAITC, which with the IT department makes the policies and you tailor make the policies in a way which promote the SME sector. But personally, Webel technology itself does not.
We can have a more input from Mr. Prabir Das, like how Webel is promoting the SMEs, right, sir? Any specific thing, if I can help, that will be better for us. How is promoting the SMEs?
Actually, see, the wars are essential link in the, actually in the chain. So, you can have a wonderful product, but if you are not able, how can you take the product to the farthest corner of the country? So, naturally, the value-added resellers are essential link in the total network. It is not possible for a company to take their product to the farthest corner of a country like India. So, the resellers have a definite place. The resellers have to be technically qualified. More the complex is the technology, more is the challenge to the reseller to upgrade themselves and make them worthy of giving service what the customer demands. But definitely nobody can replace resellers. How can? And country may have, a company can have an excellent product, but who will take it to the farthest? As Nirupam says, a country like India, how can you take the product to the commoners, the users in Coimbatore? How can you take the product to the users in Vizag, the tier 2 cities? You may have representation in metro cities at the most. So a country like India, there will be a lot of, in the value chain, enough space is there for VAR, enough space is there for SMEs, and I'm sure that everybody has got their own role in the whole chain. And Webel is also many ways, when we formulate policies, when we formulate the government decisions, SMEs are there in the background. If you look into the SMEs background, I was told the SMEs in the eastern India are doing the best out of all SMEs in the country. So definitely, going business to the SMEs is an essential must, and it's a better way of doing business. Thank you.
Definitely, we look forward. You will like dynamic officers who can promote the organization. Thank you, Mr. Das. So before we move ahead, so what do you think about inducting the newer technology? Nirupam, you can say about the newer technology and other intangible knowledge for the vendors so that WASP can improve the productivity. Do you think that regular training and research development is required to the WASP for enhancing the productivity? How do you think about that? Or NESCOM is organizing anything for enhancing the technology or productivity?
Yes, Deepak. See, in terms of if you look at the kind of evaluation that products and services and solutions which you touched upon has seen over the years, there's so much of disruptive technologies have come into place. We call it SOCOMO, like social analytics, big data,
BYOD or something.
BYOD, a lot of new things are coming in the picture. So it's 10 years back, you could not even think about those kind of things. You couldn't think about an iPhone, or a lot of new things came into the picture. And nowadays, we carry our mobiles, which has, basically you integrate comments on social media, you think about marketing to social media, think about marketing to Facebook, you think about accessing your day-to-day productivity suits when you're on the go. So a lot of innovation has come into, and people are using technologies in a different perspective. So definitely, I think the role of VAS or channels are also extremely critical here. It's not just hardware, box selling or a PC selling anymore. So technologies have merged, and thus, it's very important to keep the channels need to keep abreast about all the new developments and